Way back when I was a little bitty boy living in a box on the stairs in the corner of the basement of the house, half a block down the street from Jerry's bait shop. You know the place. Well, anyway, back then life was going swell and everything was just peachy! Except, of course, for the undeniable fact that every single morning, my mother used to make me a big old bowl of sauerkraut for breakfast. Ah, big bowl of sauerkraut! Every single morning! It was driving me crazy! So one fateful morning, I'm like, hey Mom, what's up with all the sauerkraut? And my dear sweet mother, she looked at me the way a cow looks at an oncoming train, and she leans right down next to me. And she says, "It's good for you!" And she ties me to the wall and stuck a file in my mouth and force feeds me nothing but sauerkraut until 26 and a half years old. And that's when I swore that someday I would get out of that basement and travel to a magical, faraway place where the sun is always shining and the air smells like warm root beer and the towels are also fluffy. Where the Shriners and the lepers play their ukuleles all day long and anybody in the street will gladly shave your back for a nickel. Waka waka doo-doo, yes. So anyway, it wasn't long at all before my dream came true. Because then the very next day, a local radio station had this contest to see who could correctly guess the amount of molecules in Leonard Nimoy's butt. And I was off by 3, but I still won the grand prize. That's right, that's a first-class one-way ticket to Albuquerque. You can sing along too if you wish. Actually, no, it's not gonna lag. Albuquerque. Oh, whatever. So I've never been on a real airplane before, and I gotta tell you, it was really great. Except for the fact that I had to sit between 2 large Albanian women with excruciatingly severe body odor. And the little kid at back of me kept throwing up the whole time. The flight attendants ran out of Dr. Pepper and salted peanuts, and the in-flight movie was Biodome with Pauly Shore. Oh yeah, and 3 of the airplane engines burned out. So he went into a tailspin and he crashed into the hillside, and the plane exploded into a giant fireball, and everybody died. Except for me. You know why? Because I had my tray table up, and my seat back in the full upright position, had my tray table up. And my seat back in the full upright position. Had my tray table up. And my seat back in the full upright position. And so I crawled from the twisted, burning wreckage. I crawled on my hands and knees for 3 full days, carrying along my big leather suitcase and my Garmin bag and my tenor saxophone and my 12-pound bowling ball and my Lucky Lucky autograph glow-in-the-dark snorkel. But finally I arrived at the world-famous Albuquerque Holiday Inn, where the towels are also fluffy. And you can eat your soup right out of the ashtrays if you wanna. It's okay, they're clean. So I check into my room and I turn on the AC and I turn on the Spectre Vision. And I'm just about to eat that little chocolatey mint on my pillow that I love so very, very much when suddenly there's a knock on the door. I'm like, well, who could that be? I say, who is it? There's no answer. Who is it? There's no answer. Who is it? They're not saying anything. So finally I go over and I open the door, and it was just as I suspected. Some big fat hermaphrodite with a flock of seagulls haircut and only 1 nostril. Man, I hate it when I'm right. So anyway, he bursts into my room and he grabs my lucky snorkel, and I'm like, hey, you can't have that. That snorkel's been just like a snorkel to me. And he's like, tough. And I'm like, give it. And he's like, make me. And I'm like, K.
Welcome to bonus day.
And so I grab his leg and he grabs my esophagus and I bite off his ear and he chews off my eyebrows, and I pull out his appendix and he gives me a colonic irrigation. Yes indeed, you better believe it. And somehow in the middle of it all, the phone got knocked off the hook. And 20 seconds later, I heard a familiar voice. Wanna know what it said? I'll tell you what it said. It said, if you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator. If you'd like to make a call, please hang up and try again. If you need help, hang up and then dial your operator in Albuquerque. Okay, enough of that. Well, to make a long story short, he got away with my lucky snorkel. But I vowed right then and there that I would not rest I would not sleep for an instant until the one-nostril man was brought to justice. But first I decided to get some donuts. So I got in my car and I drove over to the donut shop and I walked on up to the guy behind the counter and he says, "Yeah, what do you want?" And I'm like, "You got any glazed donuts?" And he says, "No, we're not glazed donuts." I'm like, "You got any jelly donuts?" He's like, "No, we're out of jelly donuts." I'm like, "You got any Bavarian cream-filled donuts?" He's like, "No, we're out of Bavarian cream-filled donuts." I'm like, "You got any cinnamon rolls?" He's like, "No, we're out of cinnamon rolls." I'm like, "You got any apple fritters?" He's like, "No, we're out of apple fritters." I'm like, "You got any bear claws?" He's like, "Wait a minute, I'll go check." No, we're out of bear claws. So I say, in that case, what do you have? He says, "All I got right now is one box with a dozen starving crazed weasels." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll take that." So he hands me the box, and I open up the lid, and immediately these fleshy wheels start just jump out and latch on my face. Start biting me all over. Oh man, they were just going nuts. They were tearing me apart. And it was just right then and there that a little, wait, no. Oh, it was just right then and there that a little ditty started going through my head. I believe it went a little something like this. "Ah! Get him off me! Get him off me! Oh, oh God! God! Ah! Get him off me! Get him off me! Ah! Ah!" So I run into a street with these flashing wheels still all over my face, just waving my arms around and running like a constipated wiener dog. That's what happened. That's right, my friend was the girl of my dreams. Her name was Zelda.
Welcome to bonus day.
Slide over right and hair in a color of strained peaches. I remember the first thing she said to me. She said, "Hey, you got wheels on your face." That's when I knew it was true love. Oh man, we were inseparable after that. We ate together, we bathed together, we even shared the same piece of mint-flavored dental floss. The world was our burrito, and we were so very, very happy home. So we got married and we bought us a house and had 2 beautiful children, Nathaniel and Superfly. Oh, and then it says we were so very, whatever. But one fateful night, Scylla said to me, she said, "Sweetie Pumpkin, do you want to join the Columbia Record Club?" And I'm like, "Whoa! Hold on now, baby! I'm just not ready for that kind of a commitment!" So we broke up and I never saw her again, but that's just the way things go. In Albuquerque. Albuquerque. Well, it wasn't long at all before things really started looking up for me after that, because it wasn't long at all before because I finally achieved my lifelong dream. That's right, I got me a part-time job at the Sizzler. Even made Employee of the Month after I put out a grease fire with my face. Yeah, the other guys were pretty jealous after that. I was getting a lot of attitude. So like this one time, I'm out in the parking lot trying to remove my ex's earwax with a golf pencil, when I see this guy Marty trying to carry a big ol' sofa up the stairs all by himself. So I say to him, I say, "Hey, you want me to help you with that?" And Marty, he just rolls his eyes and says, "No, I want you to cut off my arms and legs with a chainsaw." So I did. And then he starts getting all indignant on me. He's like, "Hey man, I was just being sarcastic." Now that's just great. How was I supposed to know that? That's the kind of mind reader for crying out loud. Besides, now he's got a really cute nickname, Torso Boy. So what's he complaining about? Say, that reminds me of another amusing anecdote. A guy comes up to me in the street and he says that he hasn't had a bite in 3 days. Well, I knew what he meant, but just to be funny, I took a big bite out of his jugular vein. And he starts yelling and screaming and bleeding all over, and I'm like, "Hey, come on, don't you get it?" But he keeps yelling and screaming and bleeding and screaming. Can't believe he doesn't see the irony of the whole situation. I guess some people just can't take a joke. Anyways, where was I? I kind of lost my train of thought. Well, I suppose it's kind of a roundabout way of saying things, but I guess the point I'm trying to make here is, I hate sauerkraut! That's all I'm really trying to say. So, And by the way, if one day you happen to wake up and find yourself in an existential quandary full of loathing and self-doubts and racked with pain and isolation of your pitiful, meaningless existence, at least you can take a small bit of comfort in knowing that somewhere out there, in this crazy mixed-up universe of ours, there's still a little place. Call Albuquerque. Albuquerque. Just getting a few. I said A. L. B. U. Kirky. Albuquerque. I'll stop. That's enough of that one. So, hello everyone, I'm Kevin Hand. Finally doing my frickin' intro. Yeah, I wanted to do that for no reason. Also, I did that way too quickly because I kept skipping musical portions.
Yeah.
Actually did that under the 11 minutes that it's supposed to be. Despite my fuck-ups. I remembered most of that, though.
Yes.
I had the lyrics open in case I needed them, but I ended up not needing them, like, for the most part, except that last portion because I was screwed up. Oh my god. I don't know how many beavers I'm supposed to get into this thing, like, in how much time. Or, like, what is considered, like, a good score. Okay, wait. That might be decent.
Also, I have Weird already if you need me to also supply you with some.
Okay. Don't actually have the music playing, though, or at least, like, not loud enough so that anybody can hear it.
No, I know. I have the lyric sheet open because I know it well enough.
Okay, go ahead, I suppose.
Okay.
Because this is just more Beaver Bother. Okay,
Okay.
this is actually going pretty good.
We've been together for so very long, but now things are changing. Oh, I wonder what's wrong. Seems you don't want me around. The passion is gone and the flames died down. I guess I lost a little bit of self-esteem. That time that you made it with the whole hockey team. You used to think I was nice. Now you tell all your friends that I'm the Antichrist. Oh, why did you disconnect the brakes on my car? That kind of thing is hard to ignore. Got a funny feeling you don't love me anymore. I knew we were having problems when you put those piranhas in my bathtub again. You're still the light of my life. Oh darling, I'm begging, won't you put down that knife? You know I even think it's kinda cute the way you poison my coffee just a little each day. I still remember the way that you laughed when you pushed me down that elevator shaft. Oh, don't mind me asking, what's this poisonous cobra doing in my underwear drawer?
I have to, like, make sure I'm
I get to thinking,
not singing along too much.
You don't love me
Anymore. Wow. Keep going.
Okay, you slam my face down on the barbecue grill. Now my scars are all healing, but my heart never will.
It's like the most depressing
line. You
line.
set my house on fire. You pulled out my chest hairs with an old pair of pliers. Oh, you think I'm ugly and you say I'm cheap. You shaved off my eyebrows while I was asleep. Drilled a hole in my head. Then you dumped me in the drainage ditch and left me for dead. Oh, you know this isn't really like you at all. You never acted this way before. Honey, something tells me you don't love me anymore. Got a funny
Like the fact that I'm ignoring you for Beaver Bother.
Now it's your turn.
Oh, Shit. I didn't prepare. Actually, no, I did, sort of.
Okay.
7 o'clock in the evening, watching something stupid on TV. I'm zoning on the sofa when my wife comes in the room and sees me. And she says, "Is this behind the music with Leonard Skinner?" I said, "I don't know, say it's getting late, what you wanna do for dinner?" She said, "I kinda had a big lunch, so I'm not super hungry." I said, "I know, baby, I'm not starving either, but I could eat." He said, "So what did he have in mind?" I said, "I don't know, what about you?" She said, "I don't care if you're hungry, let's eat." I said, "That's what we're gonna do, but first you gotta tell me what it is you're hungry for." She said, "Let's think what's left in our refrigerator." I said, "Well, it's 290. She said, "I went about a week ago." I said, "Is the chili okay?" She said, "You finished that yesterday." I hopped up and I said, "I don't know, do you want to get something delivered?" She's like, "Why would I want to eat liver? I don't even like liver." I'm like, "No, I said delivered." She's like, "I heard you say liver." I'm like, "I should know what I said." She's like, "Whatever, I just don't want any liver." And I was gonna say something, but my cell phone started to ring. Now who could be calling me? I checked my caller ID. Was his cousin Larry calling for the 3rd time today? My wife said, "Let it go to voicemail." I said, "Okay." So where were we? Oh, dinner, right, so what do you want to do? She said, "Why don't you whip us something in the kitchen?" Yeah, well, why don't you? She said, "Baby, can we just go out to dinner, please?" I says, "No." She says, "Yes." I says, "No." She says, "Yes." I says, "No." She says, "Yes." "Oh, here's your keys." I step a little bit closer, say, "Okay, where you wanna go?" She said, "How about the Ivy?" Said, "Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't feel like getting all dressed up and eating expensive food." She said, "Olive Garden." I said, "Nah, I'm not in the mood. And Burrito King will make me guess it, has no doubt." She said, "Just forget about it." I said, "No, I swear I'm gonna take you out." Then I had an idea. I said, "I know what we'll do." She said, "What?" I says, "Guess." She says, "What?" I say, "We're going to the drive-thru." So we open the front door, and we open the garage door, and we open the car doors, and we get in those car doors, put my key in the ignition, and then I turn it sideways, and we fasten our seat belts as I pull out the driveway, heading off to the drive-thru.
Getting close to the drive-thru.
Getting close
We're
to
approaching the drive-thru.
We're approaching the drive-thru. Getting close to the drive-thru.
Here in line
Almost
at the
there at the drive-thru. Oh, I did it!
Oh my god. I would have done couch potato if we didn't finish it.
I'm gonna have to continue though. Well, here we are at the drive-thru line. Me and her, cars in front of us, cars in back of us, all just waiting to order. Lanky's being excellent while I'm doing this. There's some idiot in a Volvo with his lights on behind me. I lean out the window and scream, "Hey, what you trying to do, blind me?" My wife said, "We should park, we can just go eat inside." I said, "I'm wearing bunny slippers, so I ain't leaving this ride." And now a woman on the speaker box is saying, "Can I take your order, please?" I said, "Yes, indeed, you certainly can. We'd like 2 hamburgers with onions and cheese." And then my wife says, "Maybe, hold on, I changed my mind. I think I'm gonna have a chicken sandwich instead this time." I say, "You always get a cheeseburger." She said, "It's not what I'm hungry for." I put my hands on my head and scream, "I don't know who you are anymore." Wow, my voice can't go that high. The speaker said, "I don't have all day." I said, "Then take our order, and we'll be on our way. I want a chicken sandwich, and I want a cheeseburger too." She's like, "You want onions on that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I already said that I do. Plus we need curly fries, and don't you dare forget it. And 2 medium root beer." Why is this not working? "No, just 1, we'll split it." And now I'm guessing that you're probably not too bright. So read me back my order. Let's make sure you, oh my god, got it right. And said 1, you want a chicken sandwich. 2, you want a cheeseburger. 3, curly fries and a large root beer. Stop, don't go no further. I never ordered a large root beer. I said medium, not large. She said we're having a special. I supersized you at no charge. I said, oh. And that's all I could say was, oh. And I said, notice something else that I really think you should know. You can have unlimited refills for just a quarter more. I said, great, except we're in the drive-thru, so what would I want that for? And she says, wait a minute, your voice sounds so familiar. Hey, is this Paul? And my wife is all like, no, that ain't Paul. Now tell me, who's this Paul? And she said, oh, he's just some guy who goes to school with me. I sat behind him last year and I copied off of him in geometry. I said I knew a guy named Paul. He used to be my plumber. He was prematurely bald and moved to Pittsburgh last summer. He also had bladder problems and a really bad oh my god, infection on his toe. She says, mister, please, you can stop right there. That's way more than I needed to know. And then we both got quiet, and things got real intense. Real intense. Wrong emphasis there. And then she said, next window, please, that'll be $5.82. So we inched ahead in line, moving painfully slow. I got a little bored, so I turned on the radio. Click. Turn it off because my wife was getting ahead. Oh my god, this part of the game. So we both just sat there quietly for her sake. And then she looked, and then I looked at her, and she looked back at me, and I said, I think you have something in your teeth. She turned away from me, and then turned back and said, did I get it? I'm like, yeah. I mean, well, most of it, but hey, you know, don't sweat it. And she's like, how about now? I'm like, yeah, almost. There's still a little bit there, but don't worry. It's probably just a piece of toast. Now we're at the pay window, or whatever you call it. I put my hand in my pocket. I can't believe there's no wallet. Wallet. And then the lady at the window's like, well, that'll be $5.82. I turn around to my wife, see how much have you got on you? She just rolls her eyes and says, I'll pay for this, I guess. And then she reaches into her purse and busts out the American Express. Why is this not working? So then I hand it to the lady, and she says, oh dear, it's gotta be cash only. We don't take credit cards here. I took the card and said, gee, really? Well, that sucks. And that's when I found out my wife was only carrying $3. I said, I thought you were gonna hit the ATM today. She said, I never got around to it, so where's your wallet anyway? I said, never mind, just help me to find some change. Now the lady at the window's looking at me kinda strange. Like I'm not even dragging out this video, I'm literally just can't do this. And she says, mister, please, gotta move this line along. And I said, now hold your stinking horses, lady, this won't be long. So I looked around inside the glove box, and a check mat beneath my feet. Found a nickel in an ashtray, and a couple pennies and a dime in the space between the seats. Before long I had a little pile of coins of every sort. The lady counts it up and says, you're still about $1 short. And now my woman's got this weird look frozen on her face. She screams, you know, I wasn't even really hungry in the first place. So then I turn around to the cashier again. I shrug and say, okay, forget the chicken sandwich then. So I pick up my change, pick up my receipt. Now I drive to the pickup window, and I just can't wait to eat. There we see this acne-ridden kid about 16, wearing a dorky name tag that says, hello, my name is Eugene. He hands me a paper bag. I look him in the eye and I say to him, hey Eugene, could I have some ketchup for my fries? and and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and he looks at me, and he says, wait, did I screw it up? Whatever. And he says, I'm sorry. What did you want again? And I say, ketchup. And he says, oh yeah, that's right. Just spaced out there for a second. I'm really kinda burned tonight. So he hands me the ketchup. And now we're finally driving away. And the food is driving me mad with its intoxicating bouquet. I'm starving to death by the time we pull up at the traffic light. I said, baby, give me that burger. I just gotta have a bite. So he reaches in the bag, and she pulls out the burger, and she hands me the burger, and I pick out the burger, and then I unwrap the paper, I bite into those buns, and I just can't believe it, they forgot the onions. And my god, why is this not working?
What are you doing wrong?
I don't know! Because, like, this is not what you have to do, like... You'd think this be it. Unless it is, and like... Oh, that's it. You have to get up and higher, because it only blows you up a certain distance. That's fucking stupid. Anyways, now that we're done with this Beaver Bother, I think there's a different Beaver Bother later on, but I think this one was the worst. So, with that, I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time when there will be more commentary, less singing, and definitely less Beaver Bother. So, goodbye for now.
Bye.